Hi guys and girls, welcome to your face reading channel. This is Nitesh, and after a long time, I have taken celebrities together. That is, we are going to do a relationship video together to understand the nuances of this celebrity relationship through face reading. We are going to discover what are the strengths that they offer within the connection, what one person brings to the other person in their life with their particular element. So, we are going to learn all that. And we have one of the amazing Bollywood celebrities in Sonakshi Sinha and her husband Zaheer. We are going to see through their faces what they add through their inner design, through their elements, through their qualities that they possess into each other's relationship, right? So it's important that, as you could see on the screen, once you are evaluating your connection, your relationship, you see faces as a whole of both of you together. And if you have as many pictures from the time that you have started the connection to the point of today, that is definitely better, because you can map transformation through faces at that particular point in time versus what it is today. And it is always very important to do that once you are doing a relationship analysis. Okay, and this is something which I also need once I read for my clients. I need multiple set of pictures when I'll be doing the in-depth relationship reading of partners. So that is an important part of the analysis. So let's get to the pictures now. These pictures I have collected from the internet, from various sources. Thank you to all the sources. I'll be mentioning them in the description. And thank you to Sonakshi and Zaheer. Uh, if they ever listen to this video, even if they do not, I thank the universe that we are learning free face reading through them using their pictures. Okay. So, as I said, you have to view face as a whole, and you have to have multiple pictures to evaluate or bring out the analysis, right? So, very first thing, we'll observe Zaheer's face, that is the man's face first, and then we'll be analyzing Sonakshi's face. Okay. So, the very first thing that you could see when you're looking at Zaheer's face across multiple pictures, you could observe that the eyes, no, the shen, that is the light of the eyes, and the eyes are themselves more on the side of telling a lot, but they're not telling. So if you go into the intuitive side of feeling these eyes are like indicative, they are indicative of extreme depth of human's personality, extreme depth of how this man can go when it comes to thinking, which also reflects his tendencies to be poetic, to be a writer at certain sets of times, to be thinking very deep, even on matters where things may not be required to be think in that depth. He can go to that depth. That is something which the eyes are indicative of. It's like in Hindi there is a face, there is a word called zeherila. It's like that eyes is something which is being indicative when I see his face, which indicates a very romantic, a very lover kind of personality, a very ashik kind of personality that a person can go across in their love. It also indicates that there is so much depth that these people can get invested into one cause or one purpose to such an extent that the other people may find it difficult to get into with that respect. So that is something which is an extraordinary quality, but at times it can be a challenge for others who are with you, because then it can be difficult for the person bearing this trait to tolerate why they are not going so deep, right? So that is something, the depth of passion is something which is kind of striking out. It's like once he invests heavily. So that is a strong depth that is kind of striking out from his face. I have written on my notes what all I need to share, the features, just so that I don't miss any of that. The other feature that you see on his face is the straight eyebrows. If you see here, these are pretty straight eyebrows, and whenever a person is bearing straightish eyebrows, it can indicate person's thinking patterns to be fact centric, to be logic centric. And coupled with a set of eyes that are deep set, or that are reflective, the Shen being reflective of somebody who thinks so deep, it can indicate a person who takes life with extreme caution and measure and want to evaluate every step. It is not like there is this instinctive burst and then he takes the action. That is not. It's a very much precautionary kind of evaluated sense of thought process before making any decision. So in face reading, it's very important that you combine the features and then bring out the analysis. And that is what I have done when I've combined the aspect of Shen, that is the light of his eyes, plus the eyebrow shape that we have seen here. Now we'll move on to Sonakshi Sinha's face. We are doing a mini analysis here just so that you learn the face reading at a top view level and feel how it can make difference in your life. Now seeing Sonakshi's face, it's a lot more roundish face. Face has a lot of cheek padding. As you could see, cheek padding is quite prominent. And whenever cheek padding is there, strong cheek padding or flesh padding is there on the face, and the lips are significantly full in nature, both the upper lip and the lower lip, it adds a presence of earth element, the earth energy into one's face. And earth by its very nature is reflective of the mother earth. If you see the archetype of earth, you can imagine mother earth feeding everybody, feeding every human being, every animal uh, on the planet, and making life easy for all of them. That is what she adds into this connection as well, where the aspect of motherly love, the aspect of emotions, because fleshy features are more, it indicates that river features are more, which indicates her strength to be creative, to be more emotional, to be more of somebody who adds more of yin energy within the connection. And also because her face has the aspect of clarity, that adds more white features on white spaces on one's face, which adds more metal energy also, which means that the aspect of intuitive clarity that she has is something which is like a boon to her and to the people she connects with, and at this particular point in time to Zaheer's life, because that is what she's blessed with. So for example, if Zaheer, as I mentioned, can take a lot of time evaluating things, she can get an intuitive insight and kind of throw that intuitive insight to him, and yet get the best out of any decision that she's making. And that is the power when a couple is there, when two people are engaged and you're kind of harnessing the best of each other, uh, getting the best out of your relationship. So adding earth or an earth person into your life is something which is definitely a bonus in any capacity, be it your partner, be it the mother, or be it your colleague, because they are the supporters, the collaborators, they are the welfare givers, they always think of you first, and sometimes also curtail themselves on their ambitions. But then that is purer. She has other features, as I mentioned, the metallic features are also there, which definitely lends the advantage of clarity of what she wants to do in life, which aids on to the earth she has. But here in the aspect of relationship, the earth features definitely aids in more fruitful actions or fruitful results into their relationship, right? The other aspect that I want you to see here is that once you observe Zahir's eyes on the left and the right half, if you see here, if I just make a line here, you have to make a line from the center of the hairline, not like this, but straight vertically to your face. And if you observe the left and the right half here, left and the right half here, left and the right half here, opening of the eye, if you observe that, there is a sense of extreme difference that I see when I see the left and the right half. And the left half and the right half indicates about how you want to be viewed in public. That is being indicated by right part of your face. and how you are actually in your private life, that is in the personal space of life, is reflected on the left half. I have made a separate video detailing that, but here there is this stark difference that I could see, and that could mean that he may go through a lot of confusion in his life with respect to choosing the pathway that he wants to choose, with respect to not saying what he actually feels in public. That is something which I do feel is a sense of little struggle that Zaheer can have in his personal life. And with Sonakshi Sinha's metallic energy and earth support, definitely she lends clarity on a certain sets of on a certain part of his life, which is like a great boon that he has her as a life partner. But then this is a struggle that is kind of a forever struggle, which he can endure in times to come, and has endured, meaning the confusions that he goes through at regular intervals. And these confusions can stem in any part of his life, starting from personal to professional. And that is a small challenge that I do feel when I see Zaheer. But then Sonakshi does add on, and she is a great lucky charm for her within this connection. So I would say, if the bond relies, and if the bond has that much power, and if it sustains, I wish it sustains, and I hope so that it sustains. Sonakshi is going to add a lot of support into it. His passion and depth is certainly one where he contributes in, but the overall dynamics of the connection is going to be shaped by Sonakshi's earth element, which is kind of a boon to him as a person. So, yeah, him as a person and them as a relationship. So, yeah, that is pretty much the small mini analysis of Sonakshi and Zaheer, and I hope that you like this particular video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends whom you feel it can help. And check out your face, your partner's face, and see which sorts of features you possess and how they intermingle. If you want to get a relationship reading with me, you can head to my website chehraspeaks.com, or you can connect with me on my Instagram handle face readings underscore with underscore Nitesh, and I'll be there to help you out. You can check out the details on the page. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this particular video. Thank you so much for watching this, and you can watch other videos on the platform. Thank you so much for the love. Bye bye, take care, have an amazing day ahead.